Be warned in time, Luca. Mend your manners. I know the mistress. She is so grand that she never dreams any servant could dare be disrespectful to her. But if she once suspects that you are defying her, out you go.
I do defy her. I will defy her. What do I care for her?
If you quarrel with the family, I never can marry you. It's the same as if you quarrel with me.
You take her part against me.
No, I shall always be dependent on the goodwill of the family. When I leave their service and start my shop in Sofia, their custom will be half my capital. Their bad word would ruin me.
No spirit. I should like to catch them saying a word against me.
I should have expected more sense from you, Luca. But you're young. You're young.
Yes, and you like me the better for it, don't you? But I know some family secrets they wouldn't care to have shared, young as I am. Let them quarrel with me if they dare.
Do you know what they would do if they heard you talk like that?
What could they do?
Discharge you for untruthfulness. Who would believe any stories you told after that? Who would give you another situation? Who in this house would dare be seen speaking to you ever again? How long would your father be left on his little farm? Child, you don't know the power such high people have over the likes of you and me when we try to rise out of our poverty against them. Look at me. 10 years in their service. Do you think I know no secrets? I know things about the mistress that she wouldn't have the master know for 1,000 levas. I know things about him that she wouldn't let him hear the end of for 6 months if I blabbed to her. I know things about Raina that would end her match with Spurgius.
I never told you.
So that's your little secret, is it? I thought it might be something like that. Well, you take my advice and be respectful. And make the mistress feel that no matter what you know or don't know, she can depend on you to hold your tongue and treat the family faithfully. That's what they like. And that's how you'll make the most out of them.
You have the soul of a servant, Nicola.
Yes! You see, that's the secret of success in service.
Master, back from the war.
My word for it, Luca. The war is over. Off with you, and go get some fresh coffee.
You'll never put the soul of a servant into me.
Luca, do you know what the higher love is?
No, sir.
It's a very fatiguing thing. One needs to have a little bit of relief after it.
Oh, perhaps you'd like some coffee, sir?
No. Thank you, Luca.
Oh, sir, I didn't mean that. I'm surprised at you.
I'm surprised at myself, Luca. What would Sergius, the hero of Slivnitsa, say if he saw us now? What would Sergius, the apostle of the higher love, say if he saw us now? What would the half a dozen Sergiuses who come in and out of this handsome figure of mine say if they caught us now? Do you consider my figure handsome, Luca?
Let me go, sir. I shall be disgraced. Will you let me go?
No!
Then stand back where we can't be seen. Have you no common sense?
That's reasonable.
I think Raina saw me out the window. She might be looking after you.
Take care, Luca. I may be worthless enough to betray the higher love, but don't you insult it.
Not for the world, sir. Can I go back to work now?
You're such a provoking little witch, Luca. Would you spy out on me if you were in love with me?
Well, you see, sir, since you say that there are 12 different versions of you, I must have a challenging time keeping a look after them.
Witty and pretty.
Oh, no! Gentlefolk are all alike. You making love to me behind Miss Raina's back, and she doing the same behind yours.
Luca!
It shows how little you really care.
If our conversation is to continue, I'll have to remind you that a gentleman does not speak about the conduct of his lady with her maid.
It's so hard to know what a gentleman considers. What a gentleman considers. What a gentleman considers. What a gentleman considers.
So sorry, we don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me, Miles?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Do you know how to start the? Are we live?
We are totally live.
Okay, cool.
Mute the YouTube tab because that's going to start again.
I can hear myself when you talk.
Yeah. Go to the stream for the YouTube for the 3 scenes if that's still open, and just mute that,
Okay, gotcha.
and
Perfect.
that should hopefully solve it.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
You got it.
Yep.
What an army! They made cannons out of cherry trees, and the officers send for their wives to keep discipline.
You look ever so much nicer than we last met. What have you done to yourself?
Washed, brushed, good night's sleep and breakfast. That's it.
Did you get back safely that morning?
Quite, thanks.
Were they angry with you for running away from Sergius's charge?
No, they were glad. Because they'd all just run away themselves.
It must have made a lovely story for them. All that about me and my room.
Capital story. But I only told it to one of them, a particular friend.
On whose discretion you absolutely rely.
Absolutely.
You told it all to my father and Sergius the day you exchanged the prisoners.
No! You don't mean that, do you?
I do, indeed. But they don't know it was in this house you took refuge, so if Sergius knew, he would challenge you and kill you in a duel.
That's me. Well, then don't tell him.
Please be serious, Captain Blunchley. Can you not realize what it is to me to deceive him? I want to be quite perfect with Sergius. No meanness, no smallness, no deceit. My relationship is the one really beautiful and noble part of my life. I hope you can understand that.
You mean that you wouldn't want him to discover that the story about the ice pudding was, oh, you know.
Don't talk of it in that flippant way. I lied, I know it. But I did it to save your life. He would have killed you. That was the second time I ever uttered a falsehood. Do you remember the first time?
Aye. Was I present?
Yes, and I told the officer who was looking for you that you were not present.
True. I should have remembered it.
It's natural that you should forget at first. It cost you nothing. It cost me a lie. A lie.
My dear young lady, don't let this worry you. Remember, I'm a soldier. Now, what are the 2 things that happen to every soldier so often that he comes to think nothing of them? 1, telling people tell lies. And the other is having his life saved by all sorts of people in all sorts of different ways.
And so he becomes a creature incapable of faith and gratitude.
You like gratitude? I don't. If pity is akin to love, gratitude is akin to the other thing.
Gratitude! If you are incapable of gratitude, you are incapable of any noble sentiment. Even animals are grateful. Oh, I see now exactly what you must think of me. You are not surprised to hear me lie. To you, it was something I probably did every day, every hour. That's how men think of women.
There's reason in everything. You said you only told 2 lies in your whole life. My dear lady, isn't that rather a short allowance? I'm a pretty straightforward man myself, but it wouldn't last me a whole morning.
Do you know, sir, that you are insulting me?
I can't help it. When you strike that noble attitude and speak in that thrilling voice, I admire you. But I find it difficult to believe a single word you say.
Captain Blunchley,
Yeah?
do you mean what you just said now? Do you know what you just said now?
I do.
I! I! How did you find me out?
Instinct, dear young lady, instinct and experience of the world.
Do you know, sir, that you are the first man I ever met who did not take me seriously?
You mean, don't you, that I am the first man that has ever taken you quite seriously?
Yes, I suppose I mean that. You know, I've always gone on like that.
You mean the...
I mean the noble attitude and the thrilling voice. I did it when I was a tiny child to my nurse. She believed in it. I do it before my parents. She believes it. They believe in it. I do it before Sergius. He believes in it.
Yes, he's a little on that line himself, isn't he?
Oh, do you think so?
Oh, you know him better than I do.
Oh, I wonder, is he? If I thought that. Oh, well, what does it matter? I suppose now you found me out, you despise me.
Dear young lady, no, 1,000 times. It's part of your youth, part of your charm. I'm like all the rest of them. The nurse, your parents, Sergius. I'm your infatuated admirer.
Really?
Hand aufs Herz. Really and truly.
But what did you think of me for giving you my portrait?
Never gave me your portrait.
Do you mean to say you never got it?
No. When did you send it to me?
I did not send it to you. It was in the pocket of that coat.
Oh! I never found it. It must be there still.
There's still for my father to find it the first time he puts his hand in his pocket. How could you be so stupid?
It doesn't matter. I suppose it's only a photograph. How can he tell who it was intended for? Tell him he put it there himself.
Yes, that's so clever, isn't it? What shall I do?
Oh, I see. You wrote something on it. That was rash.
To have done such a thing for you who care no more except to laugh at me. Are you sure nobody has touched it?
Well, I can't be quite sure. You see, I couldn't carry it with me all the time. You can't carry much luggage on active service.
What did you do with it?
When I got through to Pirot, I had to put it in safekeeping somehow. I thought of the railway cloakroom, but that's the surest way to get looted when you're in modern warfare. So, I pawned it.
Pawned it.
Now, I know it doesn't sound nice, but it was much the safest plan. I redeemed it the day before yesterday, and heaven only knows if the pawnbroker cleared out the pockets or not.
You have a low shopkeeping mind. You think of things that would never come into a gentleman's head.
Swiss national character, dear lady.
I wish I had never met you.
right? Can you hear me?
Oh, hey, we're already on the
Can
thing.
you hear me? Fucking. Don't mute. So don't mute StreamYard. This is correct. Is this correct?
Does it happen when I turn mine on?
Okay, I can hear you. You're good.
Are we
Can
good?
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. I don't understand anything. Awesome.
Hey, I muted YouTube, so you might have to as well.
Okay.
Good?
Okay, everything's good. Is everything good? Oh my god, I'm on caps lock. I didn't mean to be on caps lock. Do we start? Do we start? Okay, we start.
Okay. Luca, do you know what the higher love is?
No, sir.
Very fatiguing thing to keep up for any time, length of time, Luca. One needs some relief after it. Mom, I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's just start again.
Give me one. Yeah, that was. Mom, it's gonna be. Oh my god.
It's okay. That couldn't have been any worse than me swearing and literally my swear echoing 15,000 times. That's fine. Not a big deal. Two professors. Who cares, right?
I don't know if you just. Okay, sorry, my mom is doing a thing.
Oh, I mean, only a almost fourth year. Harvard University, Harvard UTM is Harvard of Canada. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry. She's still in there.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we just do it, but she's gonna walk out in a minute, so just
Who
ignore
cares?
it. Happen.
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
no problem at all. You just start. Just start. And
Okay.
action.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Luca, do you know what the higher love is?
No, sir.
Very fatiguing thing to keep up for any length of time, Luca. One needs some relief after it. Come here, Luca. Do you consider my figure handsome?
Let me go, sir. I shall be disgraced. Oh, will you let me go?
No.
Then stand back where we can't be seen. Have you no common sense?
That's reasonable.
I may have been seen from the window. Miss Raina is sure to be spying about after you.
Take care, Luca. I may be worthless enough to betray the higher love, but do not you insult it.
Not for the world, sir, I'm sure. May I go on with my work now, please?
You're a provoking little witch, Luca. If you were in love with me, would you spy out of windows on me?
Well, you see, sir, since you say you are half a dozen different gentlemen all at once, I should have a great deal to look after.
Witty as well as pretty.
Gentlefolk are all alike. You making love to me behind Miss Raina's back, and she doing the same behind yours.
Luca!
It shows how little you really care.
If our conversation is to continue, Luca, you will please remember that a gentleman does not discuss the conduct of the lady he is engaged to with her maid.
It's so hard to know what a gentleman considers right. I thought from your trying to kiss me, you had given up being so particular.
Devil! Devil!
I expect one of the 6 of you is very much like me, sir, though I'm only Miss Raina's maid.
Which of the 6 is the real man? That's the question that torments me. One of them is a hero, another a buffoon, another perhaps a bit of a blackguard, and one at least is a coward. Jealous, like all cowards. Luca,
Yes?
who is my rival?
You shall never get that out of me, for love or money.
Why?
Never mind why. Besides, you would tell that I told you, and I would lose my place.
On the honor of a man capable of behaving in the way that I have been behaving for 5 minutes. Who is he?
I don't know. I never saw him. I only heard his voice through the door of her room.
Damnation, how dare you?
Oh, I mean no harm. You've no right to take up my words like that. The mistress knows all about it, and I tell you that if that gentleman ever comes here again, Miss Raina will marry him whether he likes it or not. I know the difference between the sort of manner you and she put on before one another and the real manner.
Now listen you to me.
Not so tight, you're hurting me.
That doesn't matter. You've stained my honor by making me a party to your eavesdropping, and you have betrayed your mistress.
Please.
That shows that you are an abominable little clod of common clay with the soul of a servant.
You know how to hurt with your tongue as well as with your hands. But I don't care. Now, I found out whatever clay I'm made of, you're made of the same. As for her, she's a liar, and her fine airs are a cheat. And I'm worth 6 of her.
Luca! A gentleman has no right to hurt a woman under any circumstances. I beg your pardon.
That sort of apology may satisfy a lady, but of what use is it to a servant?
Oh, you wish to be paid for the hurt.
No, I wish for my hurt to be made well. And so that's where we decided to stop it. But we're still working on it.